Zesty Critical is watching. Yo, what's up? Can't say that on Twitch. Pull up, debate me. Debate me on Rumble because I can't go on Twitch because I actually say something of value, soy boy.
Sneako is an American content creator and streamer. He began on YouTube in 2013 and gained a significant following throughout the late 2010s. He was known for his various man on the street segments such as the 1 Minute Podcast, in which he would sit down and interview average everyday people and discuss all sorts of topics from abortion to race relations, you name it, he's discussed it. And he would often get some pretty controversial opinions from these people on the street, but for the most part, he liked to keep his content pretty middle of the road, never really stating what his personal beliefs were. His channel was moderately successful and he had built himself sort of a cult following. Every video that he posted was doing good numbers, he had a strong community, and to be honest, he could have sustained this channel model forever. However, everything changed during the 2020s. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Sneako's content grew increasingly more controversial, going from middle of the road to increasingly more sexist, anti-Semitic, and downright dangerous for young men and boys.
We're supposed to believe all women. It's very easy. People love to eat that shit up. And do you know, chat, how many people would immediately believe that about me? Immediately. There wouldn't be any doubt. People would start celebrating. People would go and dance behind like the jail cell. People want me to go down for that. They're already trying to paint me as a violent misogynist. If one woman said that, it would, bro, in a second, people wouldn't doubt it.
He began associating with many quote-unquote alpha male types on the platform, such as Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, and Nick Fuentes. In October of 2022, all of his YouTube channels were permanently terminated. Welcome back to the channel, and today, let's explore the downfall of Sneako. Before we get to the good stuff, let's go all the way back to the beginning. Sneako was born on September 8, 1998, describing his upbringing as middle class. He attended private school in his adolescence and posted his first video to his now deleted channel on April 9, 2013. The majority of Sneako's early content was Call of Duty Let's Plays, where basically the entire video was a screencast of Sneako playing Call of Duty and then commenting about things going on in the world. It was actually really interesting to see a kid as young as Sneako discuss the topics that he was discussing at the time while just playing Call of Duty in the background.
The girl I tutored that first time was learning where a two-syllable word divided. She didn't understand the difference between consonants and vowels, and within an hour she was able to separate three-syllable words into 3 parts. These kids didn't come because of their parents or teachers. They came because they really wanted to learn. It didn't occur to me that every kid didn't have this opportunity available.
Sneako collected his first YouTube AdSense check at just 14 years old. In November of 2015, Sneako uploaded a video titled How People View You. This was a motivational video where he talks about people's perceptions of others, and while he's talking, he is shaving his head for some reason.
Our image is everything, and if you pay attention, you'll see the lengths people go to maintain this. Virtually everything you do is in anticipation of how someone else is going to react. You know that guy who says he doesn't give a fuck about what people think, or, don't get offended if you don't like my beliefs, shit like that? That guy does care. They all care. He just wants people to think that he has a personality too.
The video got so popular that it caused Sneako to abandon his old style of content where Call of Duty was playing on the screen in favor of videos featuring him as the sole focus. Sneako would continue to make his own videos, but it wouldn't be long until he caught the attention of Mr. Beast. The two became friends, and Mr. Beast was purportedly a fan of his content. In 2018, Sneako worked with Mr. Beast for a short stint, but he was fired after working on a single YouTube video, and it was called I Built a Working Car Using Only Legos. I'm not sure why he was fired, but it looks like as of now, Mr. Beast has no ties to Sneako, and that's probably in his best interest for his public image at this point. After cutting ties with Mr. Beast in 2018, Sneako began his now famous series 1 Minute Podcast, where he would set up tables in public spaces like subways or on a sidewalk, and he would interview random people on the street and ask for their controversial opinions. One of his most notable questions that he asked on the podcast was, do white lives matter?
White lives matter?
White lives?
No, not in the slightest.
Yes, they tried to censor the truth.
No. Why not?
Black lives matter.
I really don't give a fuck about white lives.
We're gonna get really political. I don't want to go there.
Things continued like this for a while, but Sneako would run into his first major controversy in 2021. In a video titled We Broke Up, Sneako interviews his ex-girlfriend and they talk about what went wrong in the relationship. Sneako claims that the two were in an open relationship, but throughout the video, his ex-girlfriend kind of seems unsure about that. That's already kind of red flaggy and weird, but I digress, let's continue. When the topic of why they broke up comes up, Sneako claims that it's because of distance and that he wasn't seeing her enough, citing that one time he hadn't seen her for about 3 weeks, to which his ex-girlfriend responds that Sneako allegedly cheated on her.
There's some things that happen, kind of kill my vibe.
Yeah. But overall, it's because we can't travel to see each other.
Yeah. Plus that little thing.
What little thing?
That thing that you did.
The thing?
That thing. But next question, please.
Charlie said, what is it like being in an open relationship?
Who said we were?
Sneako's only defense to this is that 3 weeks is a very long time to wait on someone, and at the end of those 3 weeks, he feels like he just needs to get some, Sneako's viewers were understandably upset that this content creator that they had idolized and been watching for years had done something like this, and some of the commenters thought the video was way too personal to be posted on his main channel. However, this controversy led directly to Sneako's next controversy. Popular YouTuber D'Angelo Wallace commented under the We Broke Up video, simply writing, "He's for the streets." 1, 2, 3, 4 words. A short sentence that should have no impact on a sane person at all. Sneako proceeded to make an entire 30-minute rant back at D'Angelo Wallace in a YouTube video titled "Forcing Myself to Watch D'Angelo Wallace." He rants about D'Angelo while watching his video Influencer 19, where D'Angelo criticizes influencers for partying during the COVID-19 pandemic. Sneako then makes fun of Wallace and roasts him for the entire video, derogatorily calls him gay, and says that D'Angelo is jealous that he wasn't invited to the parties and that's why he has such a problem with them.
I get this dude for sure, like straight up, I know you're watching this dude. I know you sat with the teachers at lunch. It's not a judgment of you, I just know you did because I knew so many kids like you who were, I'm better than you and I just think of no reason better than to not snitch on you. You weren't even sitting with the cool teachers at lunch, you were sitting with like the fat librarians who their hips were somehow here.
D'Angelo never responded to Sneako's video. And honestly, that's just kind of funny. I mean, he won that whole argument with just one sentence. The fact that Sneako chose to make a 30-minute rant about a YouTuber that he had no prior knowledge of is just kind of funny and sad to me. However, it gets worse for Sneako in 2021. In November 2021, he appeared on a podcast called the Peer to Peer Podcast, and he talked about his open relationship that he had with his current girlfriend. During the podcast, Sneako describes a situation in which he and his girlfriend attended a swingers party, and his girlfriend proceeded to have sexual intercourse with another man right in front of him.
So we go in there with the mentality that whatever happens inside that party, it just stays at the party. And so I saw her, I've seen her other men, and it's just like that.
You've seen it?
Many people tend to think that this is the seed that sparked the sexism that would run rampant through his future videos. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's continue. Throughout 2022, Sneako started delving more into live streaming and he began to make some reaction content on his channel as well. He also began to express his fondness for Andrew Tate. And if you don't know who Andrew Tate is, you must be living under a rock as he's been all over social media for the past 1.5 years now. But that's a completely different video, so if you guys want me to make a video about Andrew Tate, leave a comment below and I will get right on that for you guys. Sneako was frequently reacting to Tate's content, and a lot of this content was posted on his second channel, Sneako. This is where Sneako fully threw himself into the red pill toxic male ideology, and he began growing a large TikTok fan base as well, with compilation videos that were similar to the Andrew Tate ones that would float around. These videos would often consist of Sneako making a wildly controversial or sexist take on camera, and he began to make fun of content creators with more liberal beliefs. These were being shared by young men and boys all over the internet, and this is what really catapulted him into where he is today.
What does the behavior of approaching a woman respectfully look like?
Probably talking to you about yourself other than talking to you about your looks. Instead of being like, damn girl, that ass is fat, how about be like, wow, like you're a beautiful woman.
Makeup looks nice.
Your makeup doesn't look nice. It looks like every other makeup on the Explore page.
All men end up ugly? Nah! This is why we need to body shame more. Look, bro! Come, Stop. Whoa, relax. Why are you so... Go to therapy. Sorry. What? Look at her. That shit doesn't make you mad.
Even really cares.
They men ended up ugly.
By September of 2022, Sneako had 2 strikes on his YouTube channel and began reacting to increasingly controversial far-right media figures, including Tucker Carlson, Steven Crowder, and Nick Fuentes. He even began to make content with Fuentes, and he invited him on his stream where the two spouted anti-Semitic and racist claims for 2 hours. It's honestly annoying garbage bullshit. I'm not even gonna play a clip because I don't want to spread those kinds of ideas on my channel. And a quick side note, for all of you commenting on my last video defending Adam22, go f*** yourself. I don't need your support. I apologize, let's get back to the video. Things came to a head for Sneako in mid-2022. Sneako was reacting to a video by the popular creator Chad Chad. During the stream, he made fun of Chad Chad's appearance, and he blamed her feminist viewpoints on the assumption that she hadn't had sex in a long time. These kind of statements had become a regular thing for Sneako, so they were very unsurprising, but what he did next was so disgusting and inexcusable that I'm glad he faced some consequences for it. He began to simulate the sexual assault of Chad Chad live on stream while screaming, "Shut up with your feminist viewpoints." I'm going to play the clip just for context. If sexual assault is a triggering topic for you, please skip to this timestamp right now.
It hides the fact, and like this feminist garbage hides the fact that she's attracted to that guy making the videos. It is what it is. Girls, you could vouch for it. You know it's true. She would. She would. And you know it's true, what's so predictable? You could tell by the way she's talking that she hasn't been properly in a long time. It's been a while. So she's on the internet making this garbage video, promoting all this feminist garbage to your fucking lonely girls in the comment section. What you really need, Chad Chad, is some yeah, shut up with your feminism. Yeah, come here, that's what you need. And she's gonna go, that's what you need. You need some sense back into you. And you know what they're gonna do right after I did that? They're gonna clip that part and say I'm an incel problematic, but you know it's true.
This clip led YouTuber Nick Is Not Green to create a video called YouTube Should Ban Sneako, in which he advocates for the deplatforming of Sneako and urges his followers to report the channel. Nick isn't the only one advocating for the termination, other YouTubers did as well, but Nick is the most notable of the group. On October 3rd, Sneako was finally banned from YouTube. Shortly after this, on October 19th, he appeared on the No Jumper podcast with Nick Fuentes to have a race debate. Following his YouTube account's termination, Sneako moved his live streams and content to Rumble, a platform known for its significantly less strict terms of service. This would now allow Sneako to say pretty much whatever he wants in all of his live streams and in all of his videos, including anti-Semitic speech, racist speech, sexist speech, and so much more. God, isn't the internet wonderful? This all leads to recent news in which Sneako started beefing with popular YouTuber Moist Critical, otherwise known as Charlie. Personally, I love Charlie, so this was just a delight to see Charlie absolutely humiliate Sneako in every response that he made. The feud began because Charlie made a few jokes about a friend of Sneako's, and of course, Sneako reacted. Charlie was going to get on Sneako's live stream, but he wouldn't join because Sneako's chat and Sneako began saying racial slurs and other slurs, and Charlie did not want to get banned from Twitch, so Charlie told Sneako to watch his clips. This way, Charlie could communicate with Sneako, and Sneako could respond in real time. However, Sneako, being the ignorant boy that he is, proceeded to respond as such.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Charlie made his own response video and shocked everyone when he did this.
You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag.
And there you have it. You're pretty much caught up on the whole Sneako fiasco. Personally, I used to enjoy Sneako's earlier content. I really liked how he came at every video with a non-biased approach. He even tried to motivate his audience at a certain point, but somewhere down the line, he just fell into this rabbit hole of toxic masculinity, sexism, racism, and personally, I'm so glad that he was removed from the YouTube platform, but that does not mean that the work is done. Recently, Sneako's videos were played in front of the United States government, and he was cited as being a danger to the country, especially the country's youth. And I honestly couldn't agree more. This is the type of content that inspires violence against women. To be honest, I'm just so sick of hearing the same bullshit arguments from these guys over and over again. And the more of these guys that pop up, the more clones that pop up as well. And personally, I wouldn't be upset if this entire genre of YouTube or content creator just disappeared. Now that all the meat and potatoes are out of the way, I just wanted to say thank you. The Adam 22 video was my first video in this style, and you guys took my channel from 13 subscribers to 160 subscribers at the time of this recording. That video also has 14,000 views at the time of this recording, and I couldn't be more grateful. I'm so happy that you guys liked the content and you chose to subscribe, and I really, really hope that we can create an awesome community on this page. I've listened to your critiques and I've taken them into account, and so the branding of this channel will be changing shortly, but just know I'm going to stay with the same content that you guys seem to love, and I'll be trying to put a video out every other week. If you like this video, please, please, please subscribe. It would mean so much to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.